When I finish a return, I'll upload it to the client portal. Let's take a look and see how you would access your return after I upload it to the portal. When I upload it to the portal, I'll send you an email, and the email will look something like this. In the email, it tells you about the different folders and what's contained in the folders. But rather than read this, I'm just going to show you. At the very bottom of the email, you have the information about logging on. And it has the username, which is your email address that I sent this to, and a temporary password. And if you will just copy, highlight it, Control C, and then click here to view the folder. It'll take you to the login screen. And here, enter in your email address. Paste the temporary password. Click login. And then you need to change the password to your new permanent password. And then the rest of this is like if you're Eastern Standard Time, which you probably are, and you click Save, and you're going to come to your screen. And at the top here, you'll see the different structure of the folders. Here we have the top level, which is folders. And you may see pubs and forums and instructions. That's just for future. If you want to go and access some of the publications that I've uploaded, you have access to that. I'm going to back up a couple levels. If you go into Brumley CPA, individual, here you see this would be you, John Doe, and this would be probably your child. You have his return, which I give you access to that as well. So let's go into your return. And here we see two main folders. One is imported documents, and one is tax returns. Your tax returns will be in this folder, so we'll click on that. And the main folders that I want to show you right now are, one is the income tax returns. On the income tax returns, you'll see the past years that I've uploaded. So here is the 2009. You click on that, click Open, and it'll open up the return. Here you can review the return. This third page here has a lot of good information about your tax rate and deductions. Here you see you're getting a refund of $3,016 from the federal. Down to state, you owe $113. But if you just keep going, we just click through the different pages. And here we see the return. So review the return. If everything looks good, then I'm just going to close out of this. And the main thing that you need to do after reviewing the return is sign the e-file, Form 8879. So I'm just going to use this control here to back up a level. And if you go to Filing Instructions and click on Filing Instructions, click Open, you'll see several pages that you can just print out. The tax return that we looked at just a few seconds ago, you don't have to print out unless you want to. There would be a lot of pages. That's just your option to do that if you want. But you do probably want to print the filing instructions out. It's taking a little bit of time, so let's try it again. Okay, here are the I'm just going to show you the various pages. Here we see the first page is the filing instructions, and it's a summary. It tells you that you have a refund of $3,016. And if we did direct deposit last year, I'll use the same information for the direct deposit. But you do want to check the bottom of page 2 of the 1040, make sure the account is the correct account, just in case you change banks. If I didn't have your bank account information the previous year, I will set it up to come by check. But if you want to switch that and have it go direct deposit, just attach a copy of the check when you fax back or bring me the 8879. Down below, we see that North Carolina, you owe $113. The next page is the 8879, and this is what I need faxed back to me before I can e-file your return. So John Doe would sign here at date, Jane Doe would sign here and date, and that can be faxed back to me, or you can mail it or bring it by my office. But I can't e-file your return until I get that. This next page is a summary page of filing instructions about the voucher. So here where we are depositing the $3,000 into your account, we have not set up that automatically have the money drafted from your account. So in that case, you would have to write a check, and you write a check by sending in this voucher here. So you would send a check for $113 to North Carolina Department of Revenue. And down below is the address where to send it. The next couple pages has to do with power of attorney. Power of attorney, all it does is authorizes the IRS or the North Carolina Department of Revenue to discuss your return that I've already prepared. It gives me no other powers other than just allowing them to talk to me. Without that, if there's a question on your return, they could talk to you, but they couldn't talk directly to me. And a lot of cases, I'm the one that is in the best line for actually talking with the IRS or North Carolina Department of Revenue about any areas on your return. This first page is the first page of the federal, and it just has your name and ID numbers, my name, my ID numbers, and then what we can discuss. And here I can discuss your income tax returns, 1040, and I give it a range of years so once we file this, we don't have to keep filing it each year. The next page is where you sign. And John will sign here, Jane will sign here. When you fax it back to me, I'll sign over my signature here, and then I'll fax that to the IRS. The next page is the state's power of attorney, same type of information. And you would sign here, just like you did for the federal. And then I would sign here. And then lastly is the last page is my invoice. So once you print all this out, you can fax this page and the power of attorneys back to me, or bring it by the office, or mail it. Once I get this 8879, I can then transmit your return. Let's go back and look at a couple other directories in the portal. One thing you may notice, you may see this occasionally, is thumbs.db. That's just a little file that Windows stores the information about the different files for thumbnails in case you do a view a folder in thumbnails. So there's nothing really contained in that. I will periodically go through and delete those just because they're kind of annoying, but there's nothing in it. Let's go back up a level. So here we have tax returns. So I'm going to go back up one more level here. And we were in this folder, tax returns. There's another folder called imported documents. And in the imported documents, there's places to store PDF files and scanned copies of your legal documents and imported documents. I do not usually put anything in there unless you give it to me. If you give it to me, I scan it and put it in. But you also have the ability to upload it yourself if you like to. So you can click upload and upload a scanned copy and store it in one of these folders. But the key thing to remember is it's a copy of what you already have. It should not be your only copy. So think of it more like a backup or a quick way to access backup copies of your important documents. Let's back up a level. Let's go back up. And here I can click that to back up one level, or I can just click one level here. And we're back to where we see tax returns. Let's go back into the tax return folder again. Carry forward schedules. I might have amortization schedules, extensions. Typically, I would not put a copy of your extension in that folder. I keep it at my office. But if you need a copy of the extensions there, let me know and I can upload it. Notices and correspondence. If you get any communication from the IRS, I would put it there. Support would be copies of, say, the support you gave me that I scanned. It might be things like your W-2s and 1099s and so forth. Let's exit back out of this. Let's go back and look. There's organizer. Organizer would be for the next year. We'll put a copy of that there. So like before you fill out your tax information next year, you can come back here and print out the tax organizer to fill out. We'll exit out of this. Let's go back to tax returns. And if you also have the abilities, let's say that your banker calls you and he wants you to send him a copy of your 2009 tax return. You can come here and click and then go to send. And you would type in their email address, subject, and a brief message. And it will send them an email with a link that they can download that file. And it's more secure than just sending it as an email attachment. So I'm going to cancel this and go back up a directory, and then now I'm just going to log out. Okay, anytime you want to go back after you've made this first time login, you just come to Brumley.com, go to Client Portal, type in your email address, which is your username. And then your permanent password that you had reset when you first logged in. And it'll take you there, and you have access to your return 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And you always have quick access no matter where you are. So I hope you've enjoyed that you'll get a lot of benefit from the Client Portal. And if you have any questions, just give me a call. Thanks.